Like deer, you grow horns out of your head? That's nuts. That is nuts. Whales are ginormous. Like, no, that's alien.
You breathe air, but you live underwater?
Yes. Like, what? Dolphins are smart? Like, what?
Yeah, penguins, you're a bird, but you can't fly?
Yeah. What was it? Oh, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I was telling her I got my period when I was 12, and she was like, 12? And I was like, yeah. And she's older, so she's like, I didn't get mine until later. And then one of the other older coworkers was like, nah, it's because they started putting the hormones in the milk, so that's why the girls started getting their period sooner. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy, because whatever age you were at, like, at that time, that's why you stop when you get your period, because it takes that vitamin D, like, out. One of my friends got it when she was 10, and she is short.
Really?
Yes.
I think I had one that had hers when she was like 10 as well, and I was over here 12, and I'm like, I haven't gotten it.
Yeah.
I thought I was a late bloomer, but in reality, I think we got it like at a decent time. George, that is not yours.
He is so funny. No.
In the fire.
Yeah, please don't do that. That's not yours either. Oh, when my mom found out I got my period, that shit was, oh my god. Not my period, when I first had sex.
Oh, when you lost your virginity?
God. No. Yes, it was with my first boyfriend, and she was being strict as fuck all the damn time, and I was like, look, I like him a lot, I trust him, blah blah, like, I want to do it. I didn't tell her that, but obviously in my head I was like, I'm ready, like, I want to, like, I'm 17, I feel like this is good, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we ended up having to do it in a car, because obviously we're 17, we can't get anything, and we don't have our own homes, so that's where I ended up at.
That's fair.
Let's see, during that time I was shaving, right? Yeah, I was already shaving my, like, at 8th grade in middle school, I already was like, I'm shaving my legs.
That's what, me too! What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm shaving my legs, because I did cross country too, and I was like, all these girls got their legs shaved, I can't be coming out here looking like a Sasquatch, like, I can't. So.
On Jesus himself. Me too. We were wearing skirts still. I mean, I wore skirts my whole life because that's the uniform that you have to wear. But, like, all the girls had their skirts above their knee at least.
Yeah.
Mine was below my knee or at my knee. It was annoying because it would be so hot some days. And I'm over here just sweating. You'll see sweat dripping down my hairy ass legs. I have dark, thick fucking leg hair.
It looks like you're wearing like a little like sheet over or something, you know, when you shave it.
Like it's not that bad. It's soft, but it's because I've chosen now to not shave, and I haven't shaved since my birthday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 3 months in a week.
I'm doing that too. I'm doing that too.
Yeah, and now like my hair is dark brown for my legs, but for my armpits and my gooch, it's black.
Yeah,
and it's way thicker.
And it's annoying as fuck because I'm like, yo, I hate being hairy. I hate it, especially down there. I'm like, this is the most uncomfortable. It like messes with the underwear. It's not fun, and I don't have it even nicely. Like it's all the way up my like absolute crack. I'm like,
I know you don't like pads, but have you ever pulled off a pad and you rip off a hair? You like pluck. Oh my god!
I'm like, I was so happy when I started wearing tampons. Oh, I had to hide the tampons when my grandma.
My mom also didn't let me do tampons. Really?
Yeah. My mom would be like, you have to hide the tampons in your birth control before grandma, because I don't want to have that conversation with her that you're having sex. Yeah, that's how she would. I'm like, okay. Whatever. She literally had you at 15 or 13, so.
I never really liked tampons because I don't like the feeling of having something in there.
Oh. I kind of would.
And also the ingredients they use for the tampons, but mostly because it's uncomfortable. Yeah. I only use it if I go like to beach or pool, you know, where it makes sense. I did have to wear one my first time for a music video, and it hurt so bad because I didn't put it all the way in, so a little bit was rubbing
No.
And I'm just like...
Yeah, that's how it is when I don't put my cup all the way in. I like using the cup though. Because it has a little like plastic ending, you know, so, you know, when I miss and I don't put it all the way in, I'm like, I'm being chafed right now, like, ow.
I cannot do the cup. Like, it either doesn't go in, or when it goes in, it doesn't pop open. It's just so many. And people say it's probably I don't have the right size. That's true. But do you know how expensive those are to be getting, like, all these different sizes only to, like, finally figure out if there's even one out there for you? So I just said fuck it. And I use pads.
I get one that's a little bit bigger. But I'd be folding the fuck out of it. I'd be like...
Yeah, see, it's so hard. Because you have to use lube.
I don't.
Really?
I don't know. I don't. I don't give a fuck. You going in there now.
You're so cool for that.
Get out. I hate when I mess up. Sometimes I don't be giving a fuck. I just be pulling out, even though it's like giant, and I'd be like ripping a hole. I'd be like, oh, I just need it out. I don't give a fuck.
Jeez. Does your cup get full? Or like
sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, I'd be like, this is more than, what is it, they say a teaspoon of blood. You're lying. Why am I bleeding for 7 days plus?
Yeah.
And then I got the Nexplanon. I've been like bleeding for like a month, so I'm like.
The real scoop.
Yeah. That one in Patrick Henry Mall, Lord save them. Brandy, I'm gonna let you know I hate you. Okay, period.
Oh shit!
I hate that woman
that
so
shade, dude. Tell him. Fuck you, Brandy.
She is racist and does not know how to run an establishment. Okay. I was sick to my stomach. Ooh. And my mom be saying things like to me. I'd be like, why would you say that? You know?
Oh.
Ugh. What was it the other day? Oh, I had gotten dressed and my mom like, she pinched me but like in my coochie and I was like, yeah.
Your mom?
Yeah.
What?
And she was like, yeah, she was just like, oh, I was like, don't do that. And she was like, oh, you let every boy do it but you don't let me do it.
Oh my god, that's so weird. But my mom has done that too. It's so weird.
Okay.
Like,
okay. Okay, I'm so thank God. Okay. I'm like, oh, I hate that. I hate that.
It's so weird. It's like
they
want to have this intimate, like, but like across the line intimate relationship with you. That's so delusional because in no world would we feel ever that comfortable to let that happen.
Yeah.
No matter what. And for me, like,
that's honestly, like, I hate it. It's the worst.
Dude. It happened to me because almost like, so for a couple of Saturdays, my brother would go to the waterfront, which was like walking distance from my house. They would do like music on a stage, food, dancing, you know, kind of like a little festival vibe thing. And he would go see some friends, and I was friends with his friends, and then there was also going to be a friend of mine from school there. We actually had a falling out, and then we made up, like, going to the waterfront, having fun, just, like, catching up, and it was just so good. And one day, my brother left without me, and I wanted to go, and my mom wasn't giving me an answer, and she was, like, leaving it up to my brother. My brother obviously said no, and I'm like, no, but, like, Mom, you give me an answer. You're the mom. Like, what the fuck? So, he didn't say when he left, but I saw him when he crossed through the other side of the road, and he saw me leaving home, and he started running. So I started running after him, and I'm like, I know how to get there. I'm not going to get lost, but, like, what the fuck? Why would you leave me alone? And, you know, I could get snatched up. Like, I'm young.
Yeah.
I was, like, probably 10 or 11.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I could make my way. I was smart. But, like, what the fuck? And then he showed up out of nowhere halfway me being there. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, pull me by my hair. So I yelled, and like yelled for help, like really loud. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? He let me go. And I'm like, that's domestic violence. And he's like, domestic violence is only between couples. And I'm like, I had an aneurysm. He took me back home, snitched on me. Mommy yelled at me. And I'm like, but I've been going every other weekend. Why? You didn't say no, you know? And then she got mad that I had made up with my friend. She was a hater. So she, I guess, envied that or something. She was mad. And she was like, this one's your friend. And she like grabbed my coochie. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like she cut it as she said it. And I hated it. I'm like, bro, I want to kick your ass so hard right now. Like, so you're not the only one that's gone through some weird shit like that.
No.
You're not alone. And thank God I'm not alone either.
I know. Oh my god. That is so violating. I hate it.
It really is.
Like, okay.
And then they
Just
try
because
to
I
have that
enjoy
good
it, I'm
relationship.
sorry.
Like I'm supposed to enjoy it by him, not you. The fuck?
Ugh.
Does your mom think that a woman going out, like leaving her house alone, is like her abandoning them, or like she's a hoe because where's her man? Why is she out here alone? Is she looking for dick? Like,
No.
my
It's
mom would think some shit like that. Like it was crazy. And she hoards a lot, and she'll be like, oh, we could use it for this. We never use it for this. And it's been years since we've kept this, you know? Oh, are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, Leo. I know, Mom.
But one time it was raining and I walked home and I came home soaking wet and she was like, did you walk? And I was like, yeah. And she was so mad. She was like, you better not walk home ever again. And I was like, I always made sure I walked like in the neighborhood. Like, so, you know, there's houses that see me, you know, in case something happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I was like, I'm always being safe. I was like, you know, I'm making sure and I'm looking.
Yeah.
And I'm not walking slow. I was walking briskly, okay? I was making sure.
She was tripping.
But
definitely.
now we live like right straight shot, like not even too far. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
But at that intersection, people do not stop. The amount of times I've almost got hit by a car, oh my god, people do not stop at that intersection.
Really?
Yeah, so now they had installed stop signs. I was like,
Oh shit, you had enough people complaining about it?
yes.
That's good.
Kids
That's good.
getting damn near hit. I'm like,
That's fucked up. A neighborhood with no stop sign.
Yes. Oh my
Y'all are
goodness.
dumb.
Look, kids, they are clairvoyant. Like, I love them.
They are.
One time, in a little like the Sixth Sense type stuff. I love that movie. Have you seen that movie?
It sounds familiar.
The little kid, he's like, I see dead people.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like my little brother when he was younger was like seeing things sometimes. But one time I was putting him to bed and then he goes, Chris is gonna get hit by a bus. And I was like, huh? I was like, okay, James. Thank you for telling me.
Who's
So,
Chris?
My one of my other brothers. So I'm like, hey, I was like, hey, Chris, James said you're gonna get hit by a bus tomorrow, so be careful walking. So the next morning, he's walking, and the bus is like, like almost hits him because they didn't want to stop, and he's walking. And he's like, so he came home. He's like, this bus almost hit me, and I was like, I told you, James told you you're gonna get hit by a bus.
God.
He warned you. Yeah. I was like, he warned you.
Oh my god.
Yes. Yeah.
That's.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a good thing that you told him to.
Yeah. Always. If somebody.
He said, okay.
Yeah, you say something like that. Oh yeah, I'm gonna tell you. Like a little kid tell you something like that. Like, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's your fate. Whatever. That's it.
Yes. Oh my god. Always believe JJ.
That's how you know. Like they always tell you the truth too. I love it. It's so funny. I'm like, hey, and don't ever stop telling the truth. Don't, you know.
Man, they start telling the truth. Have you seen the videos where like they eat a lot and they get all dirty and the parents like, Jessica, what are you eating? Nothing. Really? You sure? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because it looks like to me that you ate all the cake. And they're like, no. Licking the frosting off their fingers and shit.
They're so funny.
Oh my god, but that kid at the beach, it was so wholesome. A little bit wholesome, dude. I couldn't believe it. I wanted to cry.
I know. They're so sweet. One time I was at the park with my little brother James, and I was sitting at the bench while he was playing, and this lady was walking for her baby, and then he came up to me and was like, you know, like, pick me up, and I was like, oh, and I was like, is it okay? And she was like, yeah, and then he just gave me, he was just hugging me the whole time.
Aww, yes, that is so sweet. I've had that happen to me too with babies.
I cried every time.
Dude, it's even cuter when they're learning how to walk and they're just stomping, and they see you, they're like,
like,
and then they just start stumbling over. It's so cute.
Especially when you're like that one's like favorite person, and you're like, yes.
For real. Look at Kelby.
Yeah,
Kelby's
I'm a
my baby.
crybaby.
Hey, it's okay. This is crybaby safe space. I'm glad you got that out. That's good. Kelby Toodles. I'm so hungry.
I'm so weak.
Bro.
The munchies hit you so hard right
I
now.
have no snacks. Oh, wait. I have my quesadilla.
I'm weak.
Damn, I actually meant to offer you a shot when you got here, but I forgot. It's so very little. It's tequila.
I'm good, because I'm pretty high, and if I drink that, I'm going to be so cross. Like, it's going to, you know, when, like, it sets you on a spiral, it goes, ping, like, that's it.
I'll do it.
You do it.
I'll do it, man.
No, do it in front of the camera. You gotta do it in the camera.
This is the closing chug, and as I'm suffering from this, give me a story of your fuck.
Oh wait, I didn't finish my virginity story.
Oh shit, yeah, go ahead. Alright, so while I get fucked up on this virginity story.
I like how we go on tangents and then we're like, oh shit, wait. I'm like, oh fuck, I can't never tell a story straight. Oh yeah, so we were talking about, I started shaving during this time because high school, whatever. So I was shaving my coochie, whatever. And like, let's say, I had like, I didn't know that when you like shave your inner lip sometimes you get like like a cyst or whatever from doing that.
Oh.
Like something with the metal. Mm-hmm. So I was like, ow, this shit hurts. So I asked my mom to look at it and she's like, why is your thing dark? I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, you've had sex? And I was like, what? Because in her head, when a lady's had sex, her thing gets dark. Yeah. So at that point, I was like, you know what? There's no arguing with her at that point. I was like, I couldn't even come up with nothing. I was like, okay, yeah, I had sex. Yeah. She got so mad. She took away all my privileges. I didn't have a phone. Not a damn
course.
thing. She was like, you're never going out. You're never having sex. Never, like, going nuts. And I was being so rebellious. I was bringing boys to the house when she was not there. I was like, yeah. You thought? You thought.
Dude, I think my mom thinks that too, but she hasn't ever said it out loud. Like, one time I had really bad cramps. It was the first time I ever had really bad cramps. Like, I had to stay home from school, and I was in a lot of pain and shit. Like, it was my most hurtful cramp. And she was giving me shit. Like, she was taking care of me, but giving me hella attitude, because she was like, oh, when you have painful cramps, that means you're having sex. And I'm like...
Okay, my mom didn't think that, though. She
didn't. My mom thought that shit, and I'm like, sex actually helps relax you from the pain. You know that, right? And what else helps? Weed.
Yeah.
I had told her when I lost my virginity, because she tried to have like this. She tried to do passive parenting because the person she was with at the time didn't like when she would hit me. And I'm like, thank you. So he would talk to her and be like, no, you gotta talk things out. You can't just, just start wailing on her. I don't like that. It's not right. You could always talk to people, And she would never follow through. Like, she could do it a couple times by her tongue, but she would still be pissed. Other times, she would just go with it or whatever. But when I lost my virginity, homegirl had me pee on a test the next morning. She waited for me up before 7 a.m. Yeah, and she was like on the couch. She pushes me to the bathroom and then gives it to me. She's like, pee on it. I'm like,
wow. No trust.
Like I think it's too soon, you know? Like,
I was very
what?
careful.
Yeah, like I used a condom. What? What do you... And they didn't even come inside too. It's like...
Yeah, I know.
You're so scared of it that you don't go all the way. You're just testing. You're limit testing.
You're like, bro.
Yes.
No.
It's so awkward and shit, bruh.
You're like, okay, thanks, cool. Did you know that the day that I lost my virginity, I forgot to buckle my belt, and I came home, and my mom didn't notice.
You just had it open?
Yeah, I had it open. And my cup was open. I was like, yeah, that's crazy.
Damn. That's crazy.
My dumb ass. I just like was so flustered I forgot. I just did it. Oh my god, I'm going to hell. My mom in my head, unless she's going to find out, I'm gonna die. She's gonna know,
Did you ever have a diary?
No.
Did you ever write your feelings on something and your mom goes snooping through it and read it?
No. She never really went through my art notebooks. Because, I don't know, I guess she just assumed everything was art notebooks, so she never went through them.
I wouldn't want to go through an art notebook, though. Like, I want to see what you do,
Yeah, she never went through them, but... Thank God, because what I drew at like 13 and stuff is between me and the damn notebooks, I was in that like, those little fanfic shit, like that was me. I was drawing like fanfic shit, okay, like, my OC was some character from a video game, like embarrassing shit like that.
I did that shit too.
Like, I did. So embarrassing.
I did Sonic sexual fanfic. No. We wouldn't write it. We wouldn't draw it, but like we would write it and say it out loud. And I never understood what we were doing, but I was like
It was like
doing it.
Yeah, I was like, they kind of just did it. Like,
But when I think back on it, I'm like, ew, I'm such a creep.
Have you seen Turning Red?
Yes.
That part where she started drawing her and the boy together, in, like in the notebook. I was like, yo, that was me. That was me. Oh my goodness. Okay, another thing.
Or like, I would write poems, and then like imagine that I'm giving it to them, like this is a poem for you, but I never like.
Yeah. I'm so weak. I love it.
I was a poem writer.
I did a poem one time, and my English teacher was so weak at it. It was like. It was like we had to write an ode, and I forgot what an ode is, but it was like an ode to my crush. It was like. It was like, oh, my crush. Oh, how you make me blush. Oh, something you make me gush. Something like crazy, but like my teacher was so weak.
That's cute. What?
I still have it somewhere, and I'd be weak. I was crushing hard. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, this one's for real.
Yeah, this is real. She loved me to death. I loved all the English teachers were like lit for some reason.
Aww. Yeah, for real. I had a lot. Most of my English teachers, they knew I was a bilingual one in the classroom. They knew I wasn't gonna fuck around.
I feel like my school experience was pretty good.
I wish I could go. Would you go back knowing now what you...
Yeah.
Knowing then what you know now. Relive your life, except... you would have to live through every single day all over again. The good and the bad times.
Yeah.
You won. Yeah. And then I would use a remote to rewind it. Click. Have you seen that movie?
With Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
The song, You Get What You Give by New Radicals.
Just point. Click. Like, what?
So bad.
Okay, bro. I thought of something in the bathroom. Since you had a Valentine's Day story and it just recently passed. When I was in 8th grade, I had a crush on this kid that he and I were our first kiss to each other in 3rd grade, and we had like this boyfriend-girlfriend secret shit. But like people kind of knew like we had a thing.
Yeah.
So like that went on for like a year and a half, and then he was total douche to me. Started bullying me and shit. Moved to another elementary school, right?
So
in 8th grade, middle school.
Yeah.
Fucking I had written not 8th grade, 7th grade. In 7th grade, my dumbass had written a love letter. It's a poem love letter, and it was so corny, so lovey-dovey, like puppy lovey. It rhymes so good though, and
I was too scared to ever give somebody a poem, or a letter. Too scared.
I told my friend to give it to him.
We were so cringy and so cute. Like
he knew it was me, and he just started telling everybody about it. And I'm like, no, you idiot! You're supposed to come tell me.
Yeah,
that's not how it's supposed to work.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, I was so
cringy as
embarrassed.
kids.
But thankfully.
Ooh.
That kind of broke the cycle of me being kind of like obsessed with him and being like, this dude's an asshole. Fuck him. And he's also got
Why did
fat.
we feel love so hard like back then? What the hell? Like
We were just so intense. We just didn't have any like our parents. I guess weren't accepting our love, or we don't want to give our love to them. I feel like it's a really difficult age at that time.
Yeah, I'm like trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, you think lust is love.
Yeah.
I wanted to start a segment that basically highlight to the guests' rolling tray. So, what's in your rolling tray or goodie bag?
Well, I don't have a rolling tray yet. Obviously, marijuana is not allowed in my household because it is viewed as the devil's lettuce, you know. So literally, yeah. So all I got is my lighter because I keep burning my finger. It's big. What they be doing?
Purple. The best color in the world.
I got this from work. It reminds me of my childhood, so I'm here to fulfill my inner childhood. These are like the colors of my childhood, I feel like. Every single character had that color scheme.
Yo, remember how you told me how on New Year's you dress up the colors of the year? What if that's the color of the years, like when you were born?
Maybe. Yo, that would be trippy as fuck.
Yes.
Fuck. Hold up.
Hold on. That's interesting. They're very pretty colors too. And I like how the swirl is crisp and it's nice and thick. That's a pretty nice bowl.
Thank you.
This strain is called Afghan. That's what we smoked in the joint. Did you like it?
Yeah, I did. Look, one of the... Ooh, actually? Yeah, that's funny.
That's very similar.
Yeah.
It's got the same tone of red. It has the same tone of blue. The yellow.
Yeah.
And then the light blue too. And then this coral looking red.
Hey, that is so nice. Yeah.
I like that.
Oh wow, that's crazy. This hue was, yeah, look, this is the, look. And I love blue, that's crazy. And I was born in December, and that's normally that, yeah.
Sag fam.
Yes. So the hue was referred to the color of the millennium, yep.
Hell yeah. I like that color too. I got this at the pop-up. It's called Afghan.
Ooh. It's so pretty.
It's so cute.
I feel like this literally helps my vision so much more. Like I feel like I'm zooming in and out with my eyeballs, like, like.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This, when you break it, the keef literally flings off. Like, look. Can you see right there?
Ooh.
It's pretty crazy. Here you go.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. So your storage is, I'm guessing, the Dr. Pepper, right? Oh yeah, it was a Dr. Pepper.
Oh yeah, the Dr. Pepper. So this is where I put my weed. I still have those HHC sticks. They taste horrible.
Really?
Yeah, they taste so bad. I was like, but yeah.
Aww. I had heard that the
new ones,
they were hard to pull.
They're, yeah, a little bit. I don't know. I was doing it. I went for a walk. I was like, I'm going for a walk, and I just like smoked one of those, and I was like, it was really windy, so it was like burning really fast. I was like, okay, this is perfect. So I could just
nice get rid of it.
Yeah.
So
this is literally so cute.
You should come to the pop-up next Friday. It's free on Fridays to the public. They do raffles, and in the raffles they give away the like paper baggies full of weed stuff from the vendors. They'll give you bud or carts, edibles, just like a mix of everything.
What's it called?
It's tagged as Hemporium, and it's right next to an antique place.
Can you spell it?
Hemporium. Hemp. ORIUM. And it's right next to the antique place. It doesn't have a sign on it. It has like a white blank one, but basically it starts at 6 and then ends around 9-10.
Okay.
And they do bingo. Bingo is like $1 a sheet, and you get 3 squares, and you could win prizes like shower gel, or like they'll have like little silver speaker. Yeah, they've had like cute rinky dinky.
Nice. I love it when they put it next to like an antique store.
Yeah, they even have like a Lego set and shit too.
I'm a little inspired by him. He kind of looks like a character. I haven't drawn in a long time, so maybe I can get inspired to draw little characters again.
You can take a picture of this whole thing. It's a little dirty right here because this is where my mouse is.
It's okay.
That's the mouse spot.
Oh no, that's good. That's all I needed. Thank you, though.
Yeah, of course. Also,
I'm gonna keep them because I'm pretty high right now.
bet.
Give a trash can.
That's a trash. You can dump it there. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video and have a wonderful day.
You too.